First, I'm not anybody's project. And I've never thought of being anybody's project. I'm my own man, made by Kenyan people who stand with me. I do not believe that I would like to consolidate the youth vote for purposes of selling it to any candidate. If the youth support me, then I'm home and dry as president. I would not need to sell such a vote. But the truth is that I may have to work with other leaders who are like-minded. All I ask them to do is to trust me to make good decisions. You see, it becomes their word against mine. Oh, you are a project, oh, you are not. Oh, you are a project, you are not. All I can tell them is this: why not wait? Consistency is what is going to define projects and non-projects. Wale ambao watabaki wakifanya hii kazi consistently without fail, they are the true defenders of our nation. Wale ambao wata drop off, si tutajua they were conmen. Since we began, I don't have the actual totals as I'm seated here, but it could be, since we began, we might have spent about 6 million so far. I know there are so many people who have used get-rich Ponzi schemes to lie to Kenyans to raise funding. Lakini unajua kuvunjika kwa mwiko sio mwisho wa kupika. And the fact that you had one dishonest pastor doesn't mean you stop worshiping God. At the end of the day, we have to identify leaders of integrity and support them, not just with prayers, but even with finances, for them to be able to bring us the change that we want to see. What Kenyans have gone through, the kind of pain that they have gone through in just 2 years of President William Ruto, is so much pain that they don't even want to hear anything. Some Kenyans are even impatient when you tell them about 2027. They are like, huyu mtu, he can't.
Ruto must go. Bas wa Kenya, China ni Lawi Arab Korir. Naomba Wakenya wote msimame pamoja ili tutetee Wakenya wenzetu. Hii mambo na watu kutekwa nyara, sijui ni ile maendeleo Rigathi Gachagua alikuwa anasuia. Kwa sababu nilikuwa nasikia ati Rigathi Gachagua atoke, ati yeye ndio anasuia maendeleo. Maendeleo ni gani? Hii ya kuteka nyara watoto wa wenyewe. Nisikia mwingine aliulizwa, akaambia mbona watu wanapotea? Akasema ati tutakomesha mambo ya utekaji nyara. Alafu anaambia wasasi ati wasasi mchunge watoto wenu, ati mfundishe tabia mzuri. Ni nani mtoto mkora Kenya hii? Na wauliza wa Kenya, ni nani mtoto mkora Kenya hii mwenye anajulikana? Sasa mzazi wake ndio alikuwa anafundisha yeye akuwe mkora. Wa Kenya, mimi najua wengi wenu mnanijua. Mimi nilikuwa supporter Raila, sikuunga mkono huyu rais mwenye ako. Na wakati Raila Odinga alikuja akaungana na yeye, nikasema acha ninyamaze kiasi kwa heshima ya Raila Odinga. Lakini mimi nataka nichukue fursa hii kuambia Raila Omolo Odinga, unanijua papa. Mimi nilikuunga mkono mpaka dakika ya mwisho. Na kuomba watu wengine asikufanye wewe ukuwe msito wa kujificha akiua wa Kenya. Hii watu ambao anaongoza nchi hii anajulikana mpaka wasungu ni suspect, mpaka hata wasungu wanajua ni suspect. Pura kabisa.
We have to teach the youth ways of protecting themselves from extrajudicial killings. We must teach our Kenyan youth, women and young men and boys how to protect themselves from the police and the extrajudicial killings. Muniandikie hapo hiyo plant vile inaitwa kwa Kizungu. Niwaambie vile mnafanya. Unachukua hiyo kitu inaitwa aila. Sisi kwetu kwa Wajaluo inaitwa aila. It's called poison ivy. Look for poison ivy, guys. Munanisikia? Mumeweka masikio hapa nawaambia. When the police come, tafuteni poison ivy. Munanisikia? Chukua poison ivy. It's called stinging nettle. You listen, I'm teaching you ways to protect yourself. You take the stinging nettle and you soak it in water. Usishike na mkono. Mnasikia? Unatumia juala. Tumia juala. Unaeka hiyo stinging nettle na chumvi kidogo tu. Kama uko na baking powder pia, wekelea hapo kidogo, unaingiza kwa maji, ukishaweka kwa maji unasok, tembea, enda nayo kwa protest. Sa ile polisi amekuja, unasikia? Ama polisi akiingia kwako, are you hearing what I'm saying? My friends, when you're out there, take it. Mwaga maule, unasonga kwako, kwani nimefanya nini? Hii ni maji tu, ni maji. What have I done? Why are you taking me? Mwaga. Wabaki hapo na hiyo bunduki yao wakijikuna mpaka matako zao zipasuke. Watajikuna mpaka matako itapasuka. Nimewaambia hapa. Do that. You have to protect yourself. We must start teaching people because we are not on the ground. Unasikia? That thing, nimewaambia hivyo, nitaweka video, nimewapatia tu kidogo, na nitakuwa naweka, yani nitawekea videos. Unasikia? Hiyo kitu works like magic. Unasikia? You have to find ways of protecting yourself so that you do not be eliminated. If they are going to use guns, we are going to use our brains. That is what we are going to use. Unasikia? Na you say, you aim for the ice, na una aim for hapa chini. Unaona hizo hapa chini hapa? Unaona hapa? Hapa kwa hiyo vitu yao hapo, unamwaga maji hapo chini. Kama ni polisi mwanaume, unasonga hapo karibu. Hata let me tell you another thing. Unasikia? So as you go,
let me tell you Maina, Morara and many other activists are going to be in a lot of problems. But today, let me discuss about Morara. You see, Sudi argued with Morara online, and you remember me sharing that beef. Sudi was okay with it, just quarreling. But after information came out that Morara had bought a 20 million V8, and then him going ahead to confess that indeed he didn't refuse that he had not bought that V8. He said he has started a new business of selling cars. Sudi knew, wow, all right, this is it. So he writes Morara a letter demanding 3 things. 1, he pulls down that information. 2, he apologizes publicly. And number 3, they will now discuss compensation after he has done those 2 things. Let me tell you, Maina, Sudi is not letting go Morara whether he apologizes or not. But the least he's willing to do for Morara is for Morara to pay him some money. Of course, I know Morara will not agree. Why? Because Sudi being Sudi, he will ask a lot of money, millions. So Morara has only one option. And that option is talking to Sudi. And knowing Sudi, that he works for the president, I can guarantee you, Morara apende asipende, anaenda kusalimiana, handshake na President William Ruto. I have nothing against Morara. He is my brother. But he imeenda. Morara will have to agree with the conditions Sudi will set for him, for Sudi to remove the case. Because Sudi knows, hii kesi ikienda kotini, atapewa libel, atapewa compensations. Na akishapewa compensations, anajua workshop zote za Morara, ataenda akizichota zote, ataenda atachota gari yake, anajua Morara ako na nyumba mzuri sana huko Ruiru, ataenda ataichukua na ata make sure amecalculate wealth ya Morara. Hiyo ndio compensation ataenda kuuliza. In short, what I'm trying to say, Morara has only one choice: to join President William Ruto and wait and see. That is the only way out. Hakuna njia ingine. Kama uko na idea ingine niambie.
Comrades, let's rise and lead this revolution. As we march forward, remember, the future is not given. It is taken by those who dare to demand for it. Let us meet at the finishing line with victory and as victors in this revolution, where we shall be singing and chanting, Veni Vidi Vici, Veni Vidi Vici, Veni Vidi Vici. We came, we saw, we conquered. A luta continua, hasta la victoria siempre.
So guys, I am going to call Kikuyus out. I know it is not all Kikuyus, but I want to call you out. So kuna hii situation pale X naona Kikuyus, and especially yesterday, because now Kasongo was in Nyanza, and you see people were just calm, people are listening to him. So Kikuyus went there on X saying that Luos ndio watu sasa hawataki mabadiliko, and I was like, hello? If anything, we have been calling out this government, and if I want to remind them clearly, hii message tuko sahi, you are part of it. And let me tell you why. I know Raila was not like the perfect person to give this position, but I remember very well the same sympathy that Gachagua is seeking right now. That is the same sympathy that William Ruto used in 2022. And you were there, you voted for him. In fact, in your region, he had the highest number of votes. Right now, we are in a mess together because it's not only like Kikuyus are suffering, it is every tribe, including my own honorable tribe Luos. We are suffering. Sasa mimi nikiona pale watu wana sympathize na Gachagua, I'm like, what? If I remember everything that Gachagua did when he was in government, and people are like sympathizing with such a person, idiot, to be precise, I'm like, really? What's wrong with people? Because you see the same trick. That is the same trick that these politicians use to oppress us. Sasa kuna hata wengine walikuwa wanasema hiyo jana, ati you see you Luos, ati you are not patriotic. In fact, you are supporting a failed government. Not all Luos are supporting. In fact, majority, and I can tell you like 60 to 70% of Luos are not supporting this government. That is for a fact. And if I remember people who were arrested during those demonstrations, that was End Abduction, KE, Luos were there, and so many of them. So if somebody is saying ati Luos walienda tu wakakaa kwa nyumba, I'm like, really? First of all, this is what is killing this movement. Because when you are annoyed, somebody has annoyed you, you want to bring ethnicity in this cause. The moment you bring ethnicity, we are not going anywhere. Gachagua remains to be the devil himself. And in fact, Gachagua can even be worse than Ruto if given power. That is for a fact. And he will talk rubbishly, and he will not even care about it. So, nyi wa Kikuyu mkisema kweli mmechange, na nyinyi si wa kabila vile mnasema, please, tusupportini somebody who is not a Luo, somebody who is not a Kikuyu, somebody who is not a Kalenjin, a minor tribe, be it a Bantu from Western Kenya or any other tribe, yeah? But don't come here and tell us that now you want to glorify Gachagua and you claim that you are not tribalistic. Really? Mimi nitawa call out. You hata mi wana call out wajaluo wenzangu. I call them out. Even Luo leaders, I call them out. So kama nyinyi wa Kikuyu mnataka kutuambia you are not tribal, support Okiya Omtatah to be president. Hiyo tu. Lakini hii maneno ya rubbish mnakuja hapa ati sijui ati Gachagua. Who is Gachagua? Why do you want to sympathize with Gachagua? I understand the way he was sent out of power was not correct, but it does not give you any room to sympathize with the oppressors. First of all, mnafaa kufikiria nyinyi ndio mlitoka kwa hii mess. That is for a fact. Na wenye hamkupiga kura, sasa it is time to clear your mess. Hiyo maneno ya kuja hapa ati mnataka kutulecture, shame on you.